Alright, hello everyone, it is Foul Play here. Welcome back again for another Modern League. We are playing some Bogles here today. And yeah, well this is pretty much the same list I ran last league, except I've gotten rid of the 1 of Suppression Field in the sideboard for a 1 of Seal of Primordium here. Sorry, it's a little bit hidden behind my camera there. Alright, so deck is as follows. Standard 20 lands with 4 fetches and playsets of Temple Garden, Razorverge Thicket, and Horizon Canopy. We've got the 3 basics and 1 Dryad. Dryad is of course fetchable off of the Windswept Heath, as we all know. I'm still sticking with my 8 hexproof creatures and my 3 core Spirit Dancers, not 4. Using that to get extra aura slots in the board for the deck. We have playsets of Ethereal Armor for 1/1 for each enchantment you control and First Strike. Hyena Umbra, 1/1 First Strike Totem Armor. Rancor +2 and Trample returns from the graveyard if it goes there from the battlefield. And Daybreak Coronet. So that's our playsets. And then we've got 3 offs for Griffspoon, which gives 1 in flying, and you can return it from the graveyard to the battlefield for 4 mana. Sentinel's Eyes, which gives us Vigilance and 1/1. You can escape it for 1 mana by exiling 2 cards from your graveyard. And Spider Umbra, which gives us Reach 1/1 Totem Armor. And other than that, we got the 2 Spirit Mantles in the main. Sideboard wise, we've got 1 of Decide in there for Heliod combo. 3 Rest in Peace in there for graveyard based decks, 3 Gadok Teagues in there for Tron based decks, Leyline of Sanctity for discard decks, Lurrus is a companion to help get stuff back from the graveyard, and Force of Vigor to help deal with those artifacts and enchantments paired with the repeatable effect on Seal of Primordium, repeatable of course with the Lurrus. Should be noted that after a sweeper effect of some description with the combination of Lurrus, Rancor, and also now Sentinel's Eyes, we have lots of ways to reload auras onto the battlefield pretty quickly post sweeper, so should be pretty good. Let's get into it, guys. Alright, so here we are for match number 1, everyone, versing Blue Diamonds, and we lost the die roll. Seems to be the theme of the night for me so far. Played a league before this, and I think I won 1 die roll in the entire league. Maybe I'm being melodramatic and it was 2, but definitely didn't feel like we won many die rolls. Alright, we are versing a Lurrus deck. Probably means a Death Shadow type deck. In the blind, I feel like this is a pretty decent kit. We've got 2 Path to Exiles, a 2nd creature on the Spirit Dancer. Yeah, seems reasonable. And it's the mirror match. Wowee. Well, we do have Daybreak Coronet game 1, and obviously that can be very strong. Opponent goes for the Spirit Dancer. Okay. Oh, we fucking miss? Are you shitting me? Alright, well, I'm gonna pass Spirit Dancer in response to something that's bad for us. Ethereal Armor can resolve. If he goes land Daybreak, we'll path, or if he goes Rancor, we'll path before Rancor hits the battlefield so that it doesn't come back for free. We also want them to spend all their mana this turn on their Spirit Dancer instead of on their Bogle. Alright, looks like my opponent missed a land drop, which is bad for me because it means their hand is chock-loaded full of auras. We're not going to block this. Land, thank you. Alright, we're back in the game. Let's get that Spirit Mantle happening. And then we've got Daybreak for next turn. Should be hard for them to beat at this point. We actually got really good tempo there. Oh, opponent. Don't do yourself like this, opponent. Don't do yourself like this. It's like I literally have 2 Path to Exiles in the deck, and my opponent's played straight into both of them. That feels so bad for them, man. Land? Not land. Alright, let's attack, hold up path, and then we can Daybreak next turn. Opponent might be diversifying onto the Bogle this time. I probably shouldn't have let them get this draw trigger. They're putting it on the Spirit Dancer. Let's just get rid of that before they make any more draw triggers. I don't want to deal with that anymore. I don't get like as much tempo here, but I don't think I need it to win. We've already got Spirit Mantle and Daybreak, which are pretty big Mirror Breaker cards here. Wow, opponent's gone from missing a land drop to flooding out here. Don't forget, these two basics are on the field from my Path to Exiles. And he's on creature mode at this point. Yikes. I feel bad for him. I've definitely been on that end where like you just get wrecked by Path in the mirror. Alright, so we put our opponent to 3 at this point. Next turn, Ethereal Armor should do it. Wow, they hit their 3rd Spirit Dancer. I guess they have been drawing a lot of cards. They are 5 cards deeper into their deck than what we are. Alright, well if they hit Spirit Mantle, they might have a shot. Without Spirit Mantle though, they're going to have a lot of trouble here. I think they've already played a land drop for the turn. No, they haven't. Oh, they've got the Rancor though. Alright, so they will gain 5 life here. That's not going to be enough because we have the Ethereal Armor in hand. Boom. Alright, not bad. So, sideboard wise, we've got Decide, we've got Force of Vigor, we've got Seal of Primordium. That's all we want or need. I might leave in like Path to Exile because they're going to catch us up if the game goes long, right? Feel like something like that for sideboarding is fine. I'm bringing in a lot and leaving in a lot, so obviously we're going to trim a lot of auras. Doesn't really matter because we still have a lot of auras in our deck because we just constructed the main deck out of mostly auras and not many utility cards. So yeah, we definitely got lucky there. We had our only 2 copies of Path to Exile in our opening hand, and our opponent committed on the Spirit Dancer. Alright, here we got a 1 lander with no white mana and only a core. Throw. This one's a keep. It might actually be just ditch the Spirit Dancer here. Honestly, with like all this hate's pretty good. I will absolutely trade the Bogle here if I'm given the chance. That would be so sweet. If he like just attacks with Rancor or something, I'm so blocking, man. No, our plan is foiled. Well, he's got the Rancor. He's got the evasion though as well. Fuck, can I hit a mana so I can curve out here? Jesus, these auras are like super awkward too. Let's set this up for maybe drawing land next turn, and then we can Griffspoon plus Seal of Primordium, and then we'll have a blocker with protection from stuff. And we might be able to get our opponent that way. Oh, actually, I can look at my opponent's Bogle list. Oh, they're going for the Spirit Dancer now. Oh, this opponent plays Veil of Summer in the sideboard. That's pretty interesting. Fair play to them, though. That's a decent card. 3 Force of Vigors in their list. Are you fucking kidding me, man? How bad is this forest this game? Jesus, dude. Opponent did miss a land drop. I feel like I want to start a stop on my opponent's draw keep. Draw step, sorry. Yeah. We'll just attack for 2, Pathcore Spirit Dancer, draw step. Three Griffs, 3 Hyena, 4 Spider, 1 Spirit Link, 2 All That Glitters, 4 Daybreak Coronet, 4 Spirit Dancer. He plays Mana Tithe. Oh, shoot. You don't want to play Mana Tithe in your Bogles deck, guys. It's not good. He actually doesn't have any Leyliner's Sanctities, which is interesting. Guess it's only for a very specific matchup. Ooh, cycle the Canopy. Its auras are so weak right now. Come on, land. Let's go. Let's go. I want freaking land. Jesus, man. This is ridiculous. Alright, we got instant speed to side. Maybe we can pick off a Griff Spoon and go from there. If I eat this creature here, I'm pretty happy. They might reload on a core Spirit Dancer, which would suck for us, but yeah. Getting this exiled is kind of important as well, because they've pretty much got enough mana to just return it from the grave to the battlefield. Hopefully their hand is just like all hexproof, guys. So there's like overall really good tempo. As long as he doesn't have Spirit Dancer here, this catches us up a lot. Well, finally we can utilize our mana, but it's not really putting us in the best spot. I think if we don't do something, we're just going to lose this game. So, because his trample is going to go over the top, right, of my toughness, even though I have protection from creatures. He's going to assign the 3 damage to my toughness, and the rest goes over the top. That's why I'm so low right now from last turn. So I'm just going to look to double block. My opponent has 5 power. I have 4 toughness. And hopefully he's not got any other auras. I think it's a mistake my opponent not playing the second rank aura as well last turn. This constricts their mana a little bit. Makes it harder to cycle Horizon Canopy and still cast stuff. I smell a Force of Vigor here. He's played so quickly all game, and now he's just, yeah. Concede game, because he has 5 power and we only have 2 toughness. He'll trample 3. Yeah, that was definitely annoying there. If we curve out with our mana, we have a shot. Because we don't, it's like super annoying. How many paths does he have? 2 in the main, 2 in the side. 3 Force of Vigor. And we had like Seal of Primordium, which was actually way worse in that spot than what Force of Vigor would have been. I don't really know if I want Griffspoon in this matchup. As long as I can block his flying, I should be happy, which I get off the Spider Umbra anyway, because we got Sentinel's Eyes, which is just better than Griffspoon. It's much better in the face of Force of Vigor. Maybe we can keep one Griffspoon. Trim a Spider Umbra. I'm really having trouble on the last slot here right now. I think it's just Spirit Dancer. Spirit Dancer on the play can win us the game, but he's got 4 paths. That's such a good draw engine, though. Now let's minus his Spirit Mantle. I don't want to overload on like minusing my 1-mana auras, because then I can't have a good curve and a good game against Force of Vigor, right? Cool, we'll keep and bank on Spirit Dancer doing our stuff. We got like a piece of hate here, and we got the Spirit Dancer too, so we got an aura to start drawing other auras with. Okay. Do me like this deck? Like, really? Jeez me. Jesus, man. Super feels bad. Alright, does he want to trade? This puts him very far behind, but if he's got Path to Exile, he might do it. Okay, no trade. Okay. Cool. Well, there goes all our value that we had this game. Straight down the toilet at this point, and now the hand looks absolutely awful. We can attack for a bunch here and then maybe block our opponent with the Dryad Arbor. And as long as he's like playing a Rancor or something and doesn't have something that adds toughness or first strike, then that's fine. Super embarrassing keeping a 3-land hand and drawing land, getting path. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. How? Jesus Christ, dude. This is gonna just be Dryad Arbor. It doesn't really make much of a difference here. Wow. Look at this incredible drawing skill we have here. Are we blocking opponent? What do you think? Wow. That is so greedy. You're just throwing away your Spirit Dancer, really? I literally have Force of Vigor mana up as well. That is very questionable. They're down to 7. Alright, when you have a million Spirit Dancers, I guess it doesn't matter. If we could just top deck Path, that would be amazing. Or Spirit Mantle would be good as well. Or we could just top deck more land as well. I'm down for that too. Let's go. Yeah. Cool. Better. Much better. Finally. Something that does something. Our opponent could have like Force of Vigor, which really would suck for us. The longer this game goes on, the better he's going to get. I know we can get like a Seal of Primordium lock from next turn. It's really not a great place to be though. Alright, so like here, literally all I care about is Daybreak Coronet and blowing up Daybreak Coronet. Rancor? Sure, whatever. Done. You got it. It's all you. Another Rancor. Still fine. If he doesn't like hit white mana, or if he like taps this one, then it, yeah, so it's impossible for him to Daybreak Coronet now. We can Seal of Primordium, the Ethereal Armor, then we can attack and win. He could Spirit Link all the glitters. Fuck, man. Jesus, you gotta be kidding me, dude. How fucking lucky is he? My god. His draws versus our draws were absolutely insane. We got it exactly 0, man. Alright. Feels like super bad. He didn't even attack with the Dryad Arbor. For like the extra point in case something happened. Jeez. Very odd like deck inclusions as well. This was like his deck list, and like mostly the main deck is fine. Mana Tithe is like super Timmy though. Actually he's on just the 19 lands too. Oh, he only had 2 basics. And like no Leyline seems very risky when there's a good amount of like Death Shadow and discard running about. So yeah, welcome back for match number 2, everyone. We're versing Volpskana, and we lost the die roll again. That means we're going to be on the draw. We are going to keep this hand though because it's mostly decent. Oh god. Oh, not mono white taxes. Go away, man. I don't want to deal with this shit. Watch us get lead and arbitered as well, and then like draw one of our 4 fetch lands, or like multiple fetch lands here instead of like actual lands that can do something. Fucking hell. Okay. Well, that gives us a chance. I think I'm going to hold up instant speed Path to Exile. He's probably going to tap some description of mana on his turn, and then we'll just like path his Arbiter in response, and he won't be able to pay for it. If he doesn't, I guess we're being made the fool of. But this is like Skyclave Apparition territory. Sure. Yeah, so get rid of that thing. Cool, that worked. Bargain. Next turn's the turn we have to be concerned about Skyclave apparition. I kind of don't like him getting coast quarter value here, but I think we have to apply the pressure. It's pretty close, really. Other option is if we like path the Arbiter, we wouldn't lose out in a scenario like that. Doesn't mean that he doesn't have like a second Arbiter though. The fucking Eagle being able to block like my flying creatures as well, obviously puts a pretty strong argument for us getting rid of what we got rid of. Let's crack this one. Oh shit, I didn't pay for this beforehand. I have to click on this beforehand. I hate this card so much, man. So stupid. The way that it works is just so stupid. Everything else prompts in Magic Online. I know what I want to do. I have the mana up to do it, and it just denies. And I skipped my fucking attack step because I'm ranting. Alright, that's even worse for us, but we'll see what our opponent does. No Vial activation? What? And no Ghost Quarter us. Alright, now they're going for it. Hey look, we found a land, let's go. Yeah, so like obviously what I wanted to do there was crack the fetch land for a Temple Garden, place the Spider Umbra, attack, and then Daybreak Coronet next turn. Sure. If you want to block and trade with a Spider Umbra and I get back my fucking Hyena Umbra, I am more than happy if me to like not deal with Flicker Wisp from now on. That is fine by me, opponent. That is absolutely fine, mate. Sure, whatever. That is actually a pretty bad use for Path to Exile there, in my opinion. Because like hitting Core Spirit Dancer can just be way higher value. It's only like if we've got Spirit Mantle or the Glitters, that's all that plays around there. Maybe plays around me cracking another fetch land. Alright, we'll see what other bullshit they have on 3 mana here. They've literally done nothing proactive this game. It's sort of infuriating. And we did miss out on like 4 damage earlier on. Nothing. You do literally nothing. Are you just holding mana? You're just holding Paths, Wind of Abandonment? He's probably like clogged up on Winds of Abandonment here if he wasted Path like that. Alright, well good news is we can't draw any more land that taps for just green. This is our last land that taps for only green. Okay. Opponent goes to 6. There's the path. I'm genuinely considering blocking here. I don't think so. I think we're far enough ahead. We don't care about the Arbiter or instant speed interaction. If he like plays Ghost Quarter here, obviously I'll be very upset that I didn't block. So you can like instant speed either exile an aura with Flicker Wisp or Skyclave Apparition. Path his own creature. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's trying to ramp to Wings of Abandonment, but he's too far behind on mana. Right? What can you do now? Alright, that was the weirdest game ever. Like, literally the weirdest game ever. I'll take it. What the hell, man? What the hell? Here, there's, like, not a huge amount that we want, because removal is, like, bad against Giver of Runes. Of course, they're going to have the Stoneforge Mystic package, so dealing with their sword or their Batterskull is going to be important, hopefully. This is less so for Aether Vial and more for the Stoneforge package. This as well. I don't think there's any enchantments we care about. Spirit Dancer is, like, pretty weak. I think we just take out all copies. They have potentially like 8 kill spells for it between the Path and the Wings of Abandonment post board. Usually they have like some wings main board, some wings post board. But yeah. Cool. Good hand. Better hand than last game. Let's keep. So at this point, I'm hoping for no Aether Vial or no Thalia. If we dodge both those cards, we'll be okay. A bad Aether Vial hand we can beat. Thalia might be a bit of a nuisance for us though. Because if he goes like Thalia into Skyclave Apparition, we're just like never beating that tempo. Stoneforge Mystic would be good for us here. Okay, fuck, it's Thalia. Every time. Get that aggressive clock on, beat him down. Aether Vial's fine. Turn 2 Aether Vial is fine. Let's like just literally run out our worst auras here, right? So we can then run out our good auras next turn. We want to protect our good auras from like a Skyclave Apparition. If he hits white mana here, he probably has one. So obviously him exiling Spider Umbra or Grispoon is better than him exiling Ethereal Armor or Rancor. The way we did our land as well, playing the Dryad Arbor there, helps us to lead an Arbiter, sure. Helps us to play double aura next turn, and then we should be pretty good to win from this point. It's going to take a decent amount from my opponent to get back into this. Because we like curved out perfectly mana-wise and my opponent had a slow start where they've missed 2 land drops here. This is just... He's let us get a real big Boggle and our life total's high, their board state is small. No Giver of Runes. Okay, well we're fine. We win this. It takes Skyclave into, like, Charming Prince, Flicker Skyclave. I'm pretty sure. Opponent concedes. There we go. There we have it. Alright, welcome back for match number 3, everyone. We lost the die roll versus Vancro, and we're going to be on the draw. Hand looks pretty decent. Let's go ahead and keep it. Mostly what this hand is missing is double white mana. Alright, looks like a blue-red Prowess deck here. Hello, baby! Get our friend Daybreak Coronet coming to join the party. Alright, now we're just looking for that white mana, and then we'll be happy. This one can just fetch a basic. We'll look to conserve life total. We're probably not playing Spirit Dancer this game, but we've got a lot of good stuff we can do. Two draws to see white mana here. I thought of the sideboard tech for against Heliod Company just then. It doesn't really work. It's like Solemnity. Like, it's also sideboard tech for against Infect. I think in like both cases though, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to face a Destroy effect, Skyclave Apparition. Against Infect, they're going to bring Nature's Claim against Bogles anyway. So I'd like to have an effect like that, but I don't think it's one we can realistically go for. Looks like my opponent's just going for the Storming Entity here. Excuse me, there it is. Scryed one top, one bottom. Alright. Show me white mana. Bonus points for basic planes, just in case they have Blood Moon. Gut shot, sure. Surely that's better for you next turn rather than this turn, where you get 2 prowess damage out of it instead of 1. But, you know, whatever. Let our opponent do their thing. We might actually want to leave back blockers here, so we're going to go we're going to go Hyena Umbra and Rancor here. This deck doesn't normally play Bone Crusher Giant and Stomp, but Stomp will stop damage from being prevented. So if we had an effect like Spirit Mantle there, they would stop the damage from being prevented there, and our creature could potentially die to a chump block against like a mono red prowess deck. So, what is going on here, opponent? No matter what he does, I'm going to block the Swift Spear. We have the Totem Armor to lean back on. And then hopefully we just hit our white mana. And if we hit white mana, we can go second rank or Daybreak and we just win. All on you, opponent. All eyes on you. How hard do you want to work to break that Totem Armor? Interesting, he's going for Opt pre-cracking the fetch land here. I guess that makes sense. You might draw another blue card and want to fetch Shock instead of just fetching a mountain. It's all dependent on what's on top. Speak of the devil. So another Opt. Another Opt. Literally all that matters is hitting white mana here for us. Lightning Bolt us. Alright. Well, we're going like super low here. White mana or bust. Maybe we can do it with a Grist Spoon. Maybe. Jesus, man. White pain-free mana or a bust? Cool. Alright, well counted out damage from our opponent. We couldn't have done anything different that game. Like, literally, there was nothing different we could have done to conserve more life than what we did. Let's bring in our Leylines here. I want to test Leyline again. Take out our Spirit Dancers, take out our Spirit Mantle. We also need Force of Vigor for Blood Moon. We need to respect the Blood Moon. Maybe less so on the play, but on the draw we definitely need to. The side exiles, it's sort of equal with Seal of Primordium. think that's enough though, and we can maybe just trim on all our 2-drops. Oh, do these mono red decks have so do these blue red decks have blast zone or not? If they have blast zone, we might want our spirit mantles. Engineered explosives is a one of. Oh wait, no, that's blue red. No, that's a different deck that he played last time. That was blue red Kiki. I don't think they have blast zone. Famous last words. Let's take out a basic forest, I think. So it has no first strike. It has 1 path to exile. I guess we can sort of conserve life here, but we can't with our forest. So we're at least starting the game on 16 without lifelink, without first strike. We've got vigilance and a removal spell, but it's not enough. It's just not. All right, well, this is just the worst version of our last hand. So cool. This time, no creatures, no removal, and worse auras. Magic gods are not happy with us today for some reason. Alright, a really good 5 can do this for us though. A really good 5. Let's go. We have to keep this. We can't go lower. Super feels bad because we take a lot of damage from our land here as well. But you know, that's all there is to it. It's just gonna happen. At least we have good auras this time. If we top deck land into Daybreak, if we hit Daybreak by turn 4, I think we're okay. Maybe if we hit Vigilance as well, that would be helpful with this hand. So if we hit land into Sentinel's Eyes, that would be the best thing. Fuck off, man. This is horseshit deck, man. Why can't it just work? Why can't we just hit our freaking land drop? Like to point out, the basic forest is not that helpful to us. It gets us 1 Rancor into play and that's it. I really would have liked to have played double aura and left back chump block to deny a light up the stage. It looks like he's just going for Sprite Dragon though. Alright, if we hit land, we can path the Sprite Dragon. Fuck off, dude. Just stop. I don't know how I'm ever winning without a life gaining effect in hand at this point. I think I have to path the Sprite Dragon though. What a game. Basic forest would have been reasonable. Get ready for that blood moon. Just to really rub it in here. Alright, no blood moon yet. Opt away, my friend, opt away. No blue mana for Spell Pierce. Kill. Guess they could mana Morphos into Spell Pierce here, and like we're pretty dead if they have that though. It would also shut off them like potentially doing light up the stages in the second main. I don't think there's a huge likelihood of my opponent fighting over that. So, cool. Alright. You would have been fantastic 6 turns ago. Cool. It's Daybreak or bust here. Our opponent's at 14 still. If we attack him to 9, we need exactly Ethereal Armor to win. I guess we could have done that. And then if he has any blockers, we just don't win. Full stop. Think we just want to try and jump block here. I think that's the line. Seems like my opponent might just be flooded. I don't know, they're holding a whole bunch of burn in hand or something. One game I subboard ley lines in, I don't see them. No attacks for my opponent. Sure. Daybreak. Alright, well that's pretty good. Now we can attack. I would still be really surprised if we won this one, but you never know. Our opponent could have the Kozilek's return here. So he's probably going to do this in response, so we lose our first strike. And honestly, losing first strike will definitely suck for us. You're going to waste a Manamorphose here into Kozilek's, or are you actually looking? Surely if you're looking, you just sack Fiery Islet into Kozilek's. Cool. So now he gives us the choice of which one we're going to lose, or we don't lose anything. It's a very odd spot, which leads us into attacking for 7. So you floated 2 mana to pass priority and let it resolve just to sack the Fiery Islet and be floating blue mana now? That seems very odd. And now no Kozilek's return. You got it. Our opponent can't block, we have flying. And we literally have a 2-turn clock here. Okay. I'm sure there is some very complicated maths going on right now. To be fair, they did do pretty complicated maths in a previous game where they put us to 2. Yeah. I think it's like Stormwing Entity or bust here. I am very surprised that they've literally played a Swift Spear and an Opt this game. They've played 2 spells this game. It's very confusing to me. And still, they're just holding up stuff instant speed. What's the point? Of course, in fear of Kozilek's return, I suppose. This can stay in hand until afterwards, after we attack. He might like have repeal the Grispoon at Kozilek's return. That still doesn't do anything. It just deals 2 damage. He has to have like 2 bounce effects, right? Like 2 repels. Even like Echoing Truth is really bad here because it only can return one thing. We've got like one of everything on our guy. Apart from Ethereal Armor or Daybreak, which are probably the cards we want. So obviously they can like block here, shoot burn spells at our face, and do whatever. I mean, this just whatever they're doing doesn't seem good. Like, why aren't they being proactive? Now we've got Vigilance, it's hard for them to attack, but sure, whatever. Of course I'm going to put that on top. That is a good card. You got a way to deal with Griff Spoon as well? Double Aethergust. Well, Spider Umbra can definitely go on the bottom. We still hit our opponent to 1 here. They cannot block, and they've wasted Prowess triggers. I really think our opponent is overvaluing Aethergust in this matchup. Cool. What else have we got here? Alright, that was the most confusing game in the history of the universe. I do not know what that was. That was so freaking bizarre. Kinda like Aethergust kinda makes me want these green spells less. I think we still need them though. Might -1 Spider Umbra. Like the totem armor is good, the toughness is good. The not being able to like block flying seems like a liability though. I think we just bring our land in for a Spider Umbra there. I don't know. Like we are on the draw this game, but I'm sort of nervous. Well, there is a situation where we won because of Sentinel's Eyes when we did not have Daybreak Coroner. I'm just going to throw that out there. Any doubters, we would not be winning this matchup without that card. Alright, this is a keep. I think we... This is like sort of awkward, but I think we bottom a Hyena Umbra here. The awkward thing is like we lose Hyena Umbra to Kozilek's return at this point, but I think we need flying. It's a pretty reasonable 5 here. We've got a land that doesn't hurt us. A land that does, and we've got something that stops their burn spells from shooting face, so... And to stop on our upkeep. That's got to be there from last game. Cool. Sentinel's Eyes is a good find. I will play that next turn over the Grispen. I will be slow rolling the Grispen to protect ourselves from Kozilek's. Blood Moon is going to be very good against us. There's not much we can do about that. My opponent misses a land drop though. You kept a 7 with 1 land. Okay. Yeah, technically in the context of our hand, we take less damage by playing our lands this way. It might not be true if we draw an extra aura. I think we're in like a good spot if we draw an extra aura though. Let's see what our opponent does. If he goes to attack step without playing a land drop, he would need exactly Lava Dart, and then he'd need to Lava Dart twice to trade with Totem Armor, which would get rid of its only land that we know about. If he was doing that line, you would probably assume that he doesn't have... that he would have drawn the second land, but... all reasons for him to attack here would be he's trying to enable light up the stage. Blocking here is actually like super risky. Okay. Our opponent didn't make us do it. It's all good. Alright, well that would play around Blood Moon, but our opponent's at 1 mana, so we can slow roll that one. Do the paint and free option for Temple Garden, and we can attack for 4 here. Opponent conceding to Grispoon? Possibly if he was looking for like a good block play here. Alright, definitely pausing to Grispoon. Alright, turn 4, opponent has hit his second land drop. What does this mean for him this time? Sprite Dragon is all? Wow. It's actually like a little bit embarrassing. Let's Windswept Teeth, let's Crack, let's get Plains, Cycle Horizon Canopy, look for a good aura, and if not, play Spider Umbra. So this plays around Blood Moon, getting the Plains as well. Incredible. How does he do it? Alright, well, we'll attack our opponent for 5. That's half their life. I expect that they won't block with Sprite Dragon because they're probably going to want to make it big so that it can trade in future turns. Maybe they're holding on to like 2 mana Morphos and a Lava Dart or something. And they can make this thing pretty massive, but... we'll do the old thing, which is attack with this Vigilance creature. No blocks. Yes, I should slow skip this turn to maybe show that I have Path to Exile in hand or something. Alright, well there's the first mana Morphos. Always yield, always yield. Cool. Opponent's turned 5, and they're finally trying to play cards. I guess Leyline made things awkward for them. Missing 2 land drops in a row made things awkward for them. And us having a Vigilance creature definitely made things awkward there. Yeah, this is the spot we're in. Last game we saw them do... last game being game 2. We saw them do nothing... and then like turn 4 or 5 play double Ether Gust, and it was just a very odd game because he played Swift Spear, Opt, nothing for 3 turns, and then double Ether Gust. It was very bizarre. Maybe he was holding on to like some Spell Pierces, trying to get a Daybreak. I don't know. Very confusing times. If there's no second mana Morphos here, we're just in a really good spot. From the way he's cycled his mana, it sort of indicates that there is, or that he's planning an opt, but like, I think he needs more than opt this turn. He's pretty far behind. Look at his clock, he's on 7 minutes. I'm like having to waffle on like crazy here. He's playing an aggro deck like Prowess, and this is what's left on the clock. Tell us a story. What sort of story do you want to hear, Glitch? Stormwing, sure. How you doing, by the way? What was your day like, man? I took the wrapping off of my finger, and it's actually pretty intact after getting crushed in that machine, right? It's not too bad. Something with dragons in it, long and boring. Oh god, mate. You don't want to hear me waffle on about a storytelling. I don't have kids. I don't have practice for that crap. I'll tell you the story about how I destroyed my finger at work yesterday, although you already know that one. Just, yeah. A bottle got jammed in a machine with a turntable, and turned the machine off. Went to release the bottle, like wiggling it, because I couldn't undo the turntable because the bolts were under a lot of like pressure from the machine. I just couldn't undo it because the turntable was in a funny spot. And so yeah, I was wiggling the bottle loose, and it came loose, and then the turntable slid, carried the bottle with it, carried my finger with it, and my finger got stuck in between the bottle, a very firm plastic turntable, and it was sitting there squashed for like a good 5 minutes while we stripped the 2 bolts and cross-threaded them and things like that. It's good times. Good times. Well, Jesus. It was 7 minutes 30. He metamorphosed into Stormwing, which took 2 full minutes. And now we're waiting here, and honestly, you're amazed it's not worse. Yeah, I mean, like, retrospectively, I guess the chains had tension in them, and the tension had the bottom of the turntable pushing this way, and then the top of the turntable is pushing that way because the bottle's holding it open. So then you've got like a vertical shearing force on the bolt, so it doesn't want to come off. And if that situation is happening as well, it's indicative that once you release the pressure, that the turntable will want to move as well. I think the guy's AFK. Yeah, I don't really think so, but yeah. I think he's just salty. Like, because if he's not playing a land into something, like maybe he's doing light up the stage here. I think it's just salt, man. And yeah, I've almost got my movement back in it. You can see my good finger here goes back most of the way, and then my bad finger here is a little bit crippled still, but it's obviously very swollen right now. What are you doing during a tag stab? Like, mutagenic growth doesn't do enough. He'd need to have mutagenic plus gut shot or double mutagenic, and then even then he just trades with an Umbra. First mutagenic on the Stormwing. Alright, so he's got a second free spell if he's doing this. Sure. Because that only puts it to 5 and we first strike kill it. Maybe he's sitting there eating paste, Glitch. There's the gut shot. We picked it. He goes to 1. Alright. Goodbye, Spider Umbra. We saw Ether Gust already. We'll get rid of the Spider Umbra. This is fine. Well, that doesn't do very much. Let's go ahead and attack our opponent for 4. He has to block. Okay. What else has he got? We're on 7 now. We took a lot of damage from the Swift Spears then. Another Swift Spear. No land. No land. Alright, no land is semi-promising. Block the big guy. No lava dart. No lava dart, please. Get ready for the AFK again here. Hot dang. Yeah, so Glitch, I went and completed my promos. He just concedes. Cool. Let's reveal our hand to him. Maybe he'll get extra salty or something. So yeah, I completed my placements. I was gold last season on the account. I then went 7 and 3 in the promos. Where do you think it placed me? Ah, this looks like escape shift player, maybe. The red-green is escape ship decked. We only have 1 land here. It's sort of slow and clunky. We don't have life gain. Path could get a dryad. Don't be so sure. Alright, we mulligan this. We're on the play. Silver 3. Yeah, place me silver 3, which is completely ridiculous. Does his list have lightning bolt in it? It has 2 lightning bolts. Fuck, I'm gonna risk this on the play, I think. Core Spirit Dancer to win. Bottom of Temple Garden here. Alright, now that he's finished mulliganing, I'm gonna say, don't be so sure about the fact he's already played our deck. Yeah, I mean, you'll get to gold easy from there. I mean, I will, but that's not the point. The point is I had a 70% win rate, where, as a previously ranked gold player, and it doesn't even put me in silver 1. Like, silver 3 is like so much pointless grinding. So dumb. And one of those games, it filled me to my worst role, which is ADC. Which is quite honestly a big feels bad. Yeah, I went Tristana bot. I was first pick. Went Tristana bot. Ended up getting a Morgana support. And then we ended up versing Draven Brand and getting PP slapped out of the game. That was the Red Dragamon account. And you should have dodged that one. You can't dodge promos. All right, my opponent has one of their 2 lightning bolts there. One of their 2 lightning bolts. Bargain. Just play some life link. Play some life gain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you dodge a promos, it just, or a placement, it counts as a loss, right? If it was 100% a normal ranked game, I would have dodged. I was just trying to play as safe as possible, and then my team just wanted to, you know, int pretty hard, so. Dwarven Mine. What the hell is this Dwarven Mine jank? Are you kidding me? Is that in his last list? No. Yeah, 3 Dwarven Mine apparently. I guess it's the The new Tranquil Thicket or whatever adds the 0/1. It has mountain typing, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah. The mountain typing means it makes sense. Prime time? Never didn't have it. Alright, if we could draw some serious life gain, that would be really good, because we're going to get scape shifted and killed next turn. When are you going to get your ranked games done, man? Getting bored. I literally can't attack here because his creature's that big. What a load of shit this game is. Probably soon. Alright, good. Good to hear. Alright, escape shift or bust. You're just making sure you suck less? Oh man, you're always gonna suck. Second Primeval Titan isn't us losing the game. Us drawing an aura would be incredible. Because then we can potentially draw extra auras with the Spirit Dancer. Man, we're going to get, like, shot in the face for a lot here. He can get double Valakut, then he can attack and get 8 Valakut triggers. 8 Valakut triggers is, like, 8 by 3, 16, 24 damage. Bit scary. And then if he has another land in hand, we're just dead. Gets 2 Valakut Stomping Ground. Does he only run 3 Valakut? No, he runs 4. Why do you only get... Okay. So you got any Vesuva in the deck? No. That only makes sense if he has a Valakut in hand, right? Otherwise, he's just missing out on damage. So this game's going okay. I probably would like some more land, though. Didn't have enough land this game. So yeah, 6 triggers. It's a lot of damage. And the problem here is if we don't block, we're dead to him playing a land from hand. Can double block and guarantee the kill on the Prime Titan. He's got another one though. We can't crack this fetch land currently. Well, we are sort of forced into double blocking here, or at least blocking with one creature, but if we're blocking with one, we might as well block with both. Your CS is a little low in the games. Also, with the autofills, it looks like you're playing too many champs. Still looking at your scores, it seems a little rough. You're placed in silver. Not super good with what ranked placements look for. Yeah. I know, I just think it's mostly like very, very rough. Alright, dry it up, it'd be good. How do we even win here? We don't have any out. Okay. Cool. I mean, you're ace or MVP in those games, yeah. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say, like, I played mostly very well, at least on my placements on that account. I feel very hard done by with that, like, rank that it gave me. Surely it's like high silver. It's ridiculous, man. Cool. Well, if we actually had had it like hit a third aura before turn 6, that would have been great then. All these cards deal with Dryad of Elysian Grove, which is a problem for us. Gadok Tig can deal with Scape Shift, but honestly, it might just be being a bit greedy. I think minusing out things like Spirit Mantle is probably going to be good. What sideboard cards do we have here? We have Wilt. We have 1 Wilt, 2 Anger of the Gods, 1 Reclamation Sage, 1 Obstinate Baloth. This guy hates losing against Mill because he has an Emrakul in there as well. Bejuga Bog, which he's probably going to board in to get rid of our graveyard. Radiant Fountain. Feels so bad. He's got like a 2-bolt list and he had Bolt. So dumb. If he's got 1 Wilt, Leyline of Sanctity is not that bad. Leyline of Sanctity is actually semi-decent. I don't think decent enough for me to want it on the play, but... Trim. Trim a land as well. Yes, I would love to be on the play first. Yep, fantastic 7. Alright, we mulligan. This hand's actually good though, so we'll keep this one. We can like win this without Spirit Dancer, and it's slightly better keeping double Bogle in my opinion in face of Anger of the Gods. We don't have much toughness here. So I think I'm going to go for that line. And to play around Anger of the Gods, I might go for Sentinel's Eyes here over Rancor if we miss land drop. If not, we just play both. Well, because of Boreal Grazer, he can just Anger of the Gods this turn, so we'll Rancor attack. See what happens. Got it. Oh, no. Hardcast Search for Tomorrow. Okay. Just making sure there's like no sneaky Force of Vigors here, right? No. Okay. So it's literally a 1 of Wilt that our opponent can have, and he kept a 7. I don't know. I think it's not that likely. Let's just start gaining life. You up to much this weekend, man? Do you get much of a long weekend? Does Flea get much of a long weekend as well? Steve holding up Wilt. Hello, Daybreak. Alright, well, slow roll that Daybreak. Any Wilts? Doesn't look like it. Opponent could get like a nice clean 2 or 3 for 1 basically if he If he'd have had the will and we played the daybreak then. Yep, you get 4 days. You don't have much planned. Okay. Has Felicity got the days off or not? Flea gets Friday, Saturday off, you think? That's pretty good. I don't think this Bogle is going to matter. The life doesn't matter though either. Do you guys want to go up to Langhorne Creek for lunch or something and some wine tasting? Scape shift with 7 mana. Means he gets 5 mountains. So what's that, 30 damage exactly? Cool. Cool. Sounds good, but you have to check with Flea when she gets home? Okay, cool. Works for me. Radiant Fountain, gaining life. Hold the phone. We get our opponent for Xaxes. Wow. I was terrified for a second there, but then that. She may have plans with her family. She's not sure. Yeah, cool. I think I've got lunch or something up here on Monday, but like we can work around your schedule as well. Got like nothing set in stone. I actually think I want to try Leyline of Sanctity. If he's got one removal spell, I mean, geez, it's just got to be worth it, right? GG indeed. My opponent terrified me for a second there, but didn't get it in the end. I think if we're like bringing in ley lines, we can trim on these other effects as there's sort of a large amount of overlap in answering the Dryad of Elysian Grove. I think I probably want to get rid of Griff's Boon for fear of being angered. Course Spirit Dance is also less good here. On the draw, I think I'll take out Spirit Dancer for Teague. Gadok Teague obviously stops him from casting Scape Shift, but it still can get hit by Valakut triggers. I think this is okay. One lander without lifelink, and yeah. If this wasn't a one lander, I don't know, maybe I still keep it. We have Path Interaction. We have Vigilance. We don't have a way to push through damage through chump blockers like Steve or the one with Reach. I think we can see a better hand. Fuck me. Really? It's just too slow leading on Dryad Arbor, and we like automatically lose if he has Lightning Bolt. Alright, this will do. We'll keep this. Get rid of Forest. And I think Sentinel's Eyes. Search for Tomorrow on Exile. We just find the Bogle. I guess we play it. It's worse to play it if we have Force of Vigor, or if we draw the Force of Vigor, and our opponent has Dryad. I think overall we probably want to play it though. think Spider Umbra, land tapped, attack for 2. And if we draw land, we can get protection on Gadok Teague, which could be really good. Dryad of Elysian Grove, plus a Valakut. Hello. Hello. So it's like literally the point where it's worse for us to have played how we did. As far as like playing the Spider Umbra. Alright, this is some 2 for 2 value here. Don't mind it. Opponent missing land drops. Cast. Hello, baby. Ethereal armor off the top, and we are smacking in. Let's go. Third Dryad of Elysian Grove, sure. It's probably chump blocking soon. Smack on in there. Yep, there's the chump block. Opponent buying time. Wonder if he was playing around, can't even remember the name of the card. It's like a 2 mana flash enchantment that gives 1/2. Yeah, I wonder if my opponent was playing around Sentinel's Mark there, or if he was just trying to buy time. Not sure. Alright, match number 5, and we won the die roll. Whew. Alright, we've got the play. We are versing Hatebears, or however you say that. We got this hand. Got like pretty decent auras. I think this is a keep in the blind. GG easy, yeah. I mean, I think the Leyline of Sanctity might have been pretty good in that spot. From game 2 as well, we didn't sideboard it in on game 2. And there was the Lurus Companion, so he might have assumed we didn't have it, or that we weren't sideboarding it in as well, so he might have even bottomed an effect then. Alright, well, we'll just try for this Ethereal Armor. It's hands down our best aura. Looks like a control deck, and I mean, Dryad Arbor is not going to add very much value mana-wise. So I'm gonna, maybe we just like attack with it or something, I don't know. Mill? Opt, so what, Grixis Shadow? I'm okay against Grixis Shadow with this hand. Opponent's got a very foily deck with the older arts. Sure. And Dryad Arbor was doing nothing anyway. Let's go for Spider Umbra here. Attack for 4. Opponent to 11. We feeding the Death Shadow? Is that what's going on here? No. Esper control, I suppose. So you're going to Esper Charm us draw step? Apparently not. Looks like maybe Archmage's Charm. I think they run 2 to 3 copies of Archmage's Charm in their deck. Force of Negation? Sure. He's got that many cards in hand. I don't know why he's not hard casting Force of Negation. Oh, sorry, he's not cheat casting Force of Negation and doing something proactive. We just go for the attacks here because we have lethal anyway. Opponent might go ahead and Cryptic Command. Not that concerned about that. Cool. Alright, play Spirit Dancer before it gets countered. Glacial Fortress. Fatal Push. Alright, so he needs exactly a Cryptic Command here for a second turn. We stop drawing these fucking hexproof creatures, man. Alright, I guess he chump blocks with Snapcaster Mage or something. Flashing back Opt. We just like don't need our life to win here. So I think we play double creature and look to attack wide past more Snapcaster Mage jump blocks. Just like Daybreak gives us nothing in this spot. Definitely going to be wanting our Rest in Pieces in this matchup. Opponent's probably got copies of like Drown in the Lock. So if we can get an early Rest in Peace out, it's going to be pretty strong for us. Okay. Plays Castle Vantress. He's got mana for Snap Cryptic now. And he's just dead, question mark. Main deck settle the wreckage for me to rage quit. I think we like just Alpha Strike all out here all the time. There's potential that he's got like Kaya's Guile, actually. Yeah, okay. Kaya's Guile is like the most fucking stupid pain in the ass card because Leyline of Sanctity does nothing against it. It reads each opponent sacrifices a creature. For some reason, they don't have to target, and it's really frustrating that they keep printing playable cards that get past Leyline of Sanctity. Really is. Our opponent is down to 38 cards in their library compared to our 47. And look at like the land drop difference here. Cards in hand, they're ahead on everything there. So they draw 2 cards with Esper Charm. Cool, they concede. Good. GG easy, that's the one glitch. It's easy when they don't play any spells, right? After about 2 weeks of Ludwig is finally down to about 2 hours left on his subathon. Oh, wow. Wow. He's the guy that said he wouldn't stop streaming. He'd do a continuous stream. and it would refresh every time someone subscribed, right? That's pretty nuts. So he's been like streaming while sleeping, right? That's your favorite kind of game. We definitely want rest in peace here. That is the one. I might just like quickly look up a list here.